Lines are now closed. Do not call or text. The following show is controversial and contains content you may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. 98FM.
This is 98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy.
Wednesday, the 20th of April 2016. And how are you? This is Adrian Kennedy with 98FM's Dublin Talks. Coming up later on tonight's programme, two local stories for you. One from the Clondalkin area about people in a housing estate in Clondalkin who are living with rats. Rats the size of cats in some cases. It's an horrific story. You wouldn't put up with it. I wouldn't put up with it. Let's find out from the residents a little bit later on how they're coping with their rat infestation. We'll also be hearing about an ongoing protest in the Finglas area where residents are annoyed over plans for the modular houses in Finglas. This protest has been going on for the last couple of months. The residents, for example, in their posters, they say to work Finglas need social, affordable and private housing. Another poster says proper planning for Finglas. Basically, the protest follows similar action in Ballymun. It's delaying the 40 so-called rapid build homes in Finglas. Local residents said the site is unsuitable for transient housing as it already has antisocial problems. We'll be hearing what their issue is a little bit later on here on 98FM's Dublin Talks. All that and much more between now and midnight tonight.
98FM. The show getting Dublin talking.
98FM's Dublin Talks.
It's 98FM's Dublin Talks. I'm Adrian and this man here is Jeremy. Jeremy, what pisses you off?
At the moment, quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Because it's what I want to ask our listeners today. I want to give you the opportunity to rant and rave and moan. And call me on 6797981 and tell me what pisses you off. Simple. What is it then, Jeremy, that pisses you off?
At the moment, it's something that's been going on the last few years and it really annoys me, is people of an older age going to nightclubs that I happen to work in. As you know, I'm one of Ireland's top DJs. Me and Calvin Harris would be on the same.
So you're only the best DJ at the very moment you're in the club that you're in.
Anyway, it's people of a certain age going to nightclubs that I work in and asking for songs that are inappropriate for, I play the music of today. So I'm in the nightclub and I'm banging out the hits. Yeah.
Okay, here's Jeremy in the club.
Yeah, playing all this sort of music.
Yeah.
Getting down with the rave and all that.
Yeah.
And then you have people coming up who are older. That's actually a good song, isn't it? Just sounds like popcorn.
Yeah, go on.
And then you have people coming up to you. Hang on, we get to a better bit of the song. Hang on. Oh yeah.
Right, so you're playing this muck.
Yeah, this is a muck. It's great music.
Muck.
And then you have someone who comes up to you and they say, I don't like that music. It's all boom, boom, boom music. It's all ravey stuff. Play something that we can all sing along to. So last Friday night at one of my gigs that I was DJing on, I was banging out this tune, yeah?
Yeah.
And a customer came up to me and he was a man of about, I'd say, 48, maybe 50. Shouldn't have been in a nightclub. And he says to me, will you ever play the Nolan Sisters?
No.
The Nolan Sisters. Now, just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, what the Nolan Sisters are. Well, this is the Nolan Sisters. This is the song he wanted me to play in a nightclub full of like people in their 20s.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great song back in the 80s. It was exceptional at the time, but not now.
It's actually the 70s.
No, that was the 80s. 1980, really? That was a hit, yeah.
Write that one down. That's what's pissing me off at the moment. People who are like, when I hit the age of 40, I would imagine I'll no longer be going to nightclubs.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I have that in writing?
Yeah, I'm not going to go to nightclubs when I'm in my 40s.
Okay, what is it that pisses you off? Call us right now on 6797981. You can also text us on 0877 98 98 98. 0877 98 98 98.
Here, that song isn't bad, actually.
That's brilliant. Well done, yeah.
Were they a one-hit wonder?
No, they'd loads of hits.
How come I only know that song?
Attention to me.
Never heard of it. What else?
Can't remember any others.
And were they actually sisters?
Yeah. Katie, you're on Dublin's 98FM. How are you, Katie?
Hi, how are you?
Katie, we're asking people to call in today with things that really grind your gears and piss you off.
Can we stop using the word? Can we use the word pee you off? Actually?
Okay, pee you off.
Possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I said pee you off, yeah.
What age are you, by the way, Katie?
26.
26. So you're at the club going age. I assume you go nightclubbing on a regular basis, do you?
Oh, God, no, I'm past that.
Oh, 26?
Yeah.
Really? Is that where we're at
Yeah,
now?
26, you're finished. Your nightclubbing days are over.
I'm finished.
So you obviously you have children, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? So why aren't you out partying every night of the week?
I'm too old for that now, I think.
For God's sake, they have nightclubs in town now where you can drink from watering cans, for God's sake. Can you believe
I
this?
can't afford it.
I saw a photograph on Facebook the other day. I don't know what nightclub it was in, but they're actually serving drink in a watering can. That's hardly hygienic, is it?
In a
No,
watering
that
can?
sounds awful.
There was a photograph, I can't remember what nightclub it was, Katie, but it was on Facebook last week, and it was a girl, I kid you not, and she was drinking like a vodka and tonic from a watering can.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Anyway,
No, it's more interesting that you're not going clubbing anymore. What do you do every night then?
I mean, I've got loads of dogs, so I look after the
Oh, she's
dogs
one of
every
those.
night.
You're one of those.
what's one of those mean?
Her whole life is her dogs.
Yeah, there's nothing better. Anyway, Katie, what is it that pees you off?
Rubberneckers on the M50.
Oh.
Seriously, I drive on it every day,
Yeah.
and then I'm wondering why there's a big backlog, and I get up there and there's like a fender bender on the M50, and everybody is just stopping and throwing their eyes over, and it wrecks my head.
What's even worse, Katie, is, and this happened to me last Friday, there was an incident on the southbound carriageway of the M50. I was heading northbound, yeah? There was a crash. So you can understand how the traffic gets tailbacked on that side of the road because there's a crash. But there was also a tailback on my side of the road, and there was no
I'm not
crash.
surprised.
Yeah, but
The reason for the tailback on my side of the road is because people were looking at the crash on the other side of the
but
road.
let's be honest, Katie. If you saw a plane crashing, yeah?
What is a plane? That's
Yeah,
not
you
like a
wouldn't-
little
you wouldn't-
fender bender. That's a plane.
I know, but
Obviously,
you
you're
wouldn't
gonna,
turn
like,
you wouldn't
stop.
turn your back and say, I don't want to see this plane crashing into the ground. You'd look at the plane crashing.
The point she's making is...
Oh, you are just being so over dramatic right now. It's not a plane.
The point she's making is that a minor little incident, and people are all turning around looking to see, and there's no need for there to be a tailback in the other direction.
I know. You know what's
Exactly.
a great...
Exactly. It really
wrecks my head as well.
You know what's a great social experiment to do, Katie? And if the next time you're in town, you should do this. I do this every time I'm in town, yeah? What you do is you're walking across O'Connell Bridge, yeah?
Yeah.
Going over to the dark side, going over to the north side. What you should do is stop halfway on O'Connell Bridge, yeah? And just stare into the liffey and point with your finger and see how long it takes before there's a group around you. I do it every time.
Really?
Just stand on the O'Connell Bridge.
On your own?
On your own, yeah, on your own. Point your finger just into the water on O'Connell Bridge and just point there, and within 5 minutes you'll have about 60 people around you, just looking at nothing.
Dermot, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Dermot?
How are you getting on, gentlemen?
Here, Dermot, you know what I'm going to do straight off the bat? I'm going to give you a prize, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
If you can name all the exits on the M50 heading northbound, with Cherrywood being your first exit, okay? So you come onto the M50 at Cherrywood, yeah? You know Loughlinstown there?
No, I wouldn't be over that far. I don't go over that.
Who doesn't go that far?
No, they wouldn't let me over without a
Can
passport.
I answer?
That's a lovely part of the world.
No. I'd need a visa stamp.
So if I told you to go to the Cherrywood exit of the M50, you wouldn't have a clue?
No.
Well, you just keep driving until you find the exit.
Yeah.
So you don't know what exit is after Cherrywood?
Well, you said Loughlinstown, so I think we're heading towards Wexford, sort of thing. Bray, maybe.
No,
I don't know.
Darren, we're
He
going
doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Who doesn't know?
Hold on a second. Are we going northbound or southbound?
Do you drive for a living, or what's your?
Well, I do, yeah, but I don't drive over the dark side.
Okay, here's the story, Dermot. You're getting on the M50 at Loughlinstown, Cherrywood, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm heading northbound.
No, you're heading to
towards the airport,
Belfast.
like.
You're heading to Belfast.
Yeah.
To go and buy fireworks or whatever they do up in Belfast, yeah? What's your next exit after Cherrywood?
Loughlinstown, it would be Dundrum.
No. Is that the right answer? Dundrum? No. Anyway, Dermot, what pees you off?
Jeremy at the moment.
Sorry about that.
It's Jeremy every day with me, but anyway.
No, people who don't indicate when they come on the roundabouts.
Just don't know how to. Sure they don't.
No, and you know what? And the ones that really, especially in rush hour traffic, when they hit the centre line and they fucking take the Scott Freeman course and they hit the centre line, stay on the centre line, and then they're all over
And then they just swing over.
Very straight ahead.
And then they swing over right in front of you.
Dermot, you know what annoys me? People who curse and then they say, God forgive me for cursing. Just don't curse in the first place.
Yes, exactly.
I know, but like sometimes my mouth kicks into gear. But that's
I know,
my
but if you
problem.
don't curse, you don't have to ask for God's forgiveness. Just don't
But
curse.
you have a 10-second delay. You could have beat that.
Anyway, yes, okay, I agree with you about the roundabouts thing as well. It really annoys me when people don't use, and then they just go right in front of you to get off of the exit. They think we're able to predict where they're getting off.
Well, you see, that's why I don't drive a big Mercedes or a high-powered car. Like, I'm driving a 3.5-ton truck, so it doesn't move fairly fast, and you're trying to edge out.
Well, no, when I'm on a roundabout in my really big 151D Mercedes, oh no, I don't actually have one. Sure, I don't.
No, I drive a silver Toyota Corolla, seemingly.
A red one.
A red one.
That's it. Anyway, thanks, Dermot.
Here, by the way, I have to be honest with you, and Dermot, I'm ashamed of myself. I passed my driving test many years ago. I don't know how to use a roundabout. I don't know what lane I should be in. I don't know where I should indicate. I don't know anything.
Shame on you, because you're like half our listeners.
Yeah, I don't know how to use a roundabout.
That's disgraceful.
Why?
It just is. That's what it causes so many crashes, so many incidents, people not using roundabouts properly.
But we were never told about it in school.
Yes, you were.
You weren't too busy learning bloody Irish, waste of time. Why weren't they teaching us about... I spent, 15 hours a week in school learning Irish when I could have been learning about roundabouts.
You should have studied for your driving test. Hello. It's all explained in the rules of the road.
I passed my driving test without going around a roundabout. Did you never go on a roundabout during your driving test?
Let me go to David. You're on Dublin's 98 FM. How are you, David?
How's it going? How are you?
David, today we're asking people what pees them off. What really just is annoying you right now?
But before that, David, you come on the M50 heading northbound to Cherrywood. What's the next exit?
I think it's Leopardstown or Sandyford, one of them.
No, that's incorrect.
It's not. It is.
It's completely incorrect.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Sorry about that.
Anyway, David, what is it that's peeing you off?
People who walk with the public and just they have no people skills whatsoever. You know, whether you go into a shop and they don't look at you or they wouldn't give you a smile, or they seem like they're begrudging because they have to save you, or because they're just in work. They drive me bananas.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's a girl that works in my local shop, my local convenience store, and on a Sunday I assume she goes out on the piss because she arrives into work every Monday dying with a hangover. And you go in to buy some. I actually shake when I walk into the shop to buy something because I know she's going to be in a fouler, and she's slamming the change down. And God forbid you should ask her what aisle the milk is in or whatever. I'm sorry, if you don't like your job, leave. We didn't like our job when we left, didn't we?
We did. We didn't like our job. Yeah, we moved on.
We moved on. That's what you do. If you don't like the job, you do.
I say the same thing. If you don't like your job, just leave. Why walk with people if you can't be nice to people? Because that's your job. You know, you're dealing with the public every day of the week.
And I have to say, there is nothing nicer than walking into a shop, let's say a convenience store, and somebody behind the counter who you can tell actually likes their job, who's happy and is happy to see you and will go out of their way to facilitate you. It's nothing better.
We have a central shop in Lucan here, and there's two girls that work up there, and I tell you, they should get a medal for how nice they are. They're absolutely brilliant. Every time you go in, they'll say to you, "How you doing? How was your day?"
So which shop is this? Will you give them a mention?
It's a Centra shop in Lucan, Centra.
Okay, it's Lucan in Centra, or Centra in Lucan.
Yeah.
David is giving you praise, girls. Well done, well done for great public service or customer service. Thanks, David.
No,
here.
No problem. Thanks
in fact,
much.
you know what we're going to do, Adrian? Clear his line there.
Yeah, go on, I did, yeah.
Come on, because we never do this. Let's actually ring Centra and Lucan and tell them that the girls are great, yeah? Can you ring them there? I have the number here. Here we go.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, 628.
Okay, yeah.
You want to put a 01 in front of that.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. So 01
628
628, yeah.
0414.
041. This is Centra in
Lucan.
In Lucan, okay.
Yeah, Main Street, Lucan.
Okay.
Let's just tell them how good they actually are. Yeah?
Oh.
Boy, do you answer your phone after two rings?
Normally.
Oh, you actually do, yeah. Somebody's
do.
ringing me, quick answer.
Hello, Central Lucan.
Hello, Central Lucan, how are you?
Good.
I'm calling from Dublin's 98 FM, the radio station.
Okay.
And we're just ringing to let you know that one of our listeners just a minute ago...
Will you tell him he's live? You're live on the radio, by the way, with Adrian and Jeremy on Dublin Talks.
Hello, Adrian and Jeremy.
How are you?
I assume you're a big fan of the show.
I am. Huge fan.
Good man, good man. Anyway, somebody rang in just a moment ago to say how brilliant your customer service is in Centra in Lucan. So we just wanted to ring and say, well done.
Thanks very much.
And in particular, you have two girls working for you, and seemingly they're never grumpy.
No, nobody here is ever grumpy.
Yeah, but it's very odd that a woman wouldn't be grumpy. Let's be honest.
Extremely, yeah.
But are you the manager of the shop, or what's
I'm one of the managers, yeah.
Well done for your staff training and teaching people to have a smile on their face.
Right.
And that's it.
That's all we wanted to say.
Right, well, thanks for calling.
Right, good luck now.
Thanks.
Cheers,
Right, there you are. That'll make their day in Centra and Lucan.
Really will. By the way, it's actually shocking that not one of our listeners knows what exit comes after Cherrywood on the M50 heading northbound. Do you know?
I do, yeah. I do.
Well, you would, because you live out that way.
I don't.
What?
I haven't lived out that way in years.
Your property portfolio is out there, isn't
My
it?
property portfolio. Shane, you're on 98 FM. How are you, Shane?
Not too bad yourself, sir.
Not too bad yourself, Shane.
Shane, what exit comes after Cherrywood heading northbound on the M50?
Sandyford, is it?
It's actually shocking. It's actually shocking.
Shocking, yeah.
How do these people pass their driving test?
Well, you pass and you don't know how to go around the roundabout.
Oh, you actually don't.
Shane, what pees you off?
Oh, do you know what really boils my blood? When you go through the toll bridge and you have till 8 o'clock the next day to pay it, don't you?
Yes,
you do, yeah.
So you either go that evening or you go the next morning. You go into the garage and the system is down.
It's really annoying. It actually only happened to me last week. And I ended up going to 3 different garages to finally buy the toll for the M50.
Lads, you can register for...
I am registered. I have a tag, but I was driving a different car, which didn't have a tag on it.
It'd be a good honest person and the system is down. You know, what do you do?
Yeah,
what's even worse? What's even worse, Shane? I see
is that you have to pay for that bridge in the first place.
She was listening to us about the phone on the speaker thing. Are you on speakerphone? Are you, Shane?
He's driving his car.
It doesn't matter. Get off the speakerphone. No, what's worse is when you're driving on the East Link and you pull up to the toll bridge and the fool in front of you hasn't got his change ready, and he's rummaging through his pockets and trying to get the 175 or whatever for the toll bridge, and he's going and then they go to throw the money into the basket and they miss the basket completely, and the money goes everywhere.
Thanks very much indeed, Shane. 6797 981 is our telephone number. We're giving you the opportunity today to rant, to rave, to kind of get it off your chest. Like, just
I don't think you can say that.
What pees you off?
Bringing you the biggest Dublin stories first.
98 FM's Dublin Talks. This is 98 FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy.
Now, I'm Adrian and that man is Jeremy, and we're talking about things that pee you off. We all have things that really, really, really annoy us. Mary, hello Mary.
Hello Adrian.
How are you?
I'm grand, thank you.
Good to talk to you, Mary. Now,
how's things?
Now, Mary, we were talking about the Nolan sisters there earlier on.
The Nolan sisters.
The Nolan sisters, and what? That was the first record you ever bought?
Yeah, down in the little record shop in Fisborough.
The little record shop in Fisborough. Oh, in the shop. I know it. Yeah.
Where was the record shop?
Fisborough.
Where?
In Fisborough.
Where's that?
What? Who doesn't know
Fisborough.
Who doesn't know where Fisborough is?
It's called Fibsborough, Adrian.
Yeah, that's what I said. And that was the very first song that you ever bought.
Yes.
You must be around my age because it's one of the very first songs I ever bought.
Yeah, and that one on Renee and Renata, remember?
You didn't buy that, did you?
Well, I got that as a present for my birthday the same year. Oh, well, no, it was a couple of years later, but it was that, like...
You bought... Sorry,
here's the song.
Here's the song. By the way, I have to say hello to another radio station that shall remain nameless.
I thought you were going to say hello to Renee and Renata.
No, another radio station that shall remain nameless that actually has this song on its playlist.
I think I know what radio station that would be.
It's actually on the station's playlist.
Is it a radio station for older people?
No, it's a radio station in the northeast, let's say.
In the northeast?
Yeah, and it has this song on its playlist.
Shannon side?
No. Anyway, what is it that pees you off? Apparently, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
How much are the people up and down there? That'd be a hit up and down to that wood.
Anyway, Mary, what pees you off?
When you ring a company, say... It doesn't matter what it is. The girl was just saying there a minute ago, like if you have to ring the tax office or you have to ring NTL or you have to ring the phone company, it doesn't matter. You're put on hold for about 10 or 15 minutes, or press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for this. Actually, by the time it gets to 3, you forget what you're after saying, and then you start all over again.
True. It is. It's so annoying.
Why can they not just... if there's so many people working in the company, why can just someone not?
Well,
They're all out having cigarette breaks.
Well, no,
probably.
I've never understood why they can't just hire 1 or 2 extra members of staff to answer the calls properly. If you're in whatever your company is, if you've people on hold for 10 or 15 minutes, hire more staff, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's just so annoying.
Well, this I rang the other day, Mary, to try and get health insurance. Want to change the old health insurance companies.
That new over 34 thing.
I wouldn't qualify for that yet. So it's
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
But anyway, I'm changing health companies because the other one is ripping me off. So I rang this particular health insurance company, and I was on hold. Now, I wanted to give them business and I wanted to give them plenty of money, and I was left on hold for 20 minutes. I hung up. I'll never ring them again.
Yeah.
And they kept saying to me on the hold, your call is important to me. It wasn't important. You kept me on hold for 20 minutes.
Or mobile phone companies are devils for doing it.
No, they're all nearly as bad as each other.
They're all as bad as each other, but they just say, "Oh, come here, listen." Do you know the way that chap was saying about friendly staff and whatever?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
There's a shop down beside me, Spur in Shenard in Santry, right? And they
Spur,
have you tuned in all the time.
They've what?
They only have 98 FM on all the time.
We love that shop. What's it called?
Spur, Shannon Spur.
In Santry. Oh, yeah, very good.
Where is it in Santry?
It's on Santry Avenue, is it?
Yeah, it's near enough to the Omni. It's just...
the one on Shannon Road.
No, it's nearly facing Santry Police Station.
Yeah, the one on Shannon Road, is it?
Yeah.
And they're great, are they?
Well, yeah, because I tell you get a laugh out of them. You can have a laugh at them.
That's good. Brilliant. Well done. Thanks, Mary.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Yeah, I've a good mind to bloody ring them and find out, have they got 98 FM on?
Don't, in case you embarrass yourself. They
don't. But what are the chances? No, but we could ask them, have you got 98 FM on in the background? And see what they say.
No,
what other radio station would they be listening to?
There's some people with weird tastes. Like TXFM. They play all mad rocky indie stuff. I heard that in the shop the other day.
Why you mention other radio stations on 98 FM?
You know that mad
I don't know any radio station goes
It's all mad music, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, Jason...
sorry, who's your health insurance with, by the way?
VHI.
VHI?
Yeah.
How long did they leave you on hold for when you rang?
I haven't rang them in ages, so I don't know.
Should you not ring them and update your policy?
No, everything's in order, yeah. It's great.
Really? Yeah. But your health has deteriorated. She's not letting know about that.
Jason, you're on Dublin's 98 FM. How are you, Jason?
How are we getting on?
For some reason, people are ringing in just about motoring issues. You can call us about anything that pees you off.
Everybody drives a car.
I live on the road.
Yeah,
Cabinteely, I think, is that exit he's looking for after Cherrywood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually called the Carrick Mines. The Carrick Mines
Cornwall's Court.
Carrick Mines Cornwall's Court. Yeah, okay.
Come here. What happened to Junction 8 on the M50?
It was... it's a long story.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It was originally on the plans, you see.
Yeah.
It was originally on the plans to be near Condalkin or further, but they...
Park West there.
Yeah. But because it was on the plans, it was assigned for a junction and it never happened. So that's the reason behind it.
Here's a question for you.
It's the missing junction, it is.
Now, here's a question for you, lads. Now, this is M50 FM here. Here's a question for you, trivia question, yeah?
Yeah.
What exit on the M50,
Yeah.
only has an exit on the northbound side?
Only has an exit on the northbound?
Shut up, Adrian, it's not your quiz. What junction on the M50 only has an exit on the northbound side of it and not on the southbound?
Is that down by Bray there as you come on there?
No, you're making a fool of yourself. It's nowhere near Bray.
No.
Anyway, what is it that pees you off, Jason?
What is it that pees me off?
Yeah.
Traffic. I'm a truck driver. I spend my life in it.
Well, can I be honest with you, Jason?
This country. People do not know how to drive in this country.
No, Jason, you truck drivers are the reason the traffic's so bad with your 18-wheelers driving around.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to drive in town anymore, which has made a difference. But no, this morning going into work,
Yeah.
there was mad traffic, and I don't know what it was all about. On the North Circular Road, on East Wall, all over the shop.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. It's because people are backing up, to be honest.
Yeah, and the traffic is now nearly as bad as it was back in before the crash, back in 07.
The M50 is just as bad. Even when the toll was there, it was as bad, and now it's back to the same. You could spend an hour on that now in the mornings just trying to get.
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating. I'm with you, Jason. Eddie, what pees you off?
What pees me off is when you go into it, a deli.
Into a deli, yeah.
Yeah, and these make your roll and all fire.
Lovely,
and then they put the wrong sauce in it. and then they give you, and you know, you say, sorry, love, it was brown sauce instead of red sauce.
And they have to throw the roll out and start again.
Yeah, they're looking at you to say, you know what I mean? I'll take the hat, yeah. And then they talk in the foreign lingo then, you know.
Yeah, I have a big problem with delis as well, Eddie.
Yeah, honest. Do you know where there's a great one? And I'm not messing with you lads.
Go on.
You know, even if you were on antidepressants, you wouldn't be if you went to this place every day. Jer's Deli and Ballyfermot.
Jer's Deli and Ballyfermot, I know well.
They're lovely. They always listen to the show and the whole lot.
Oh, that's great to hear.
According to this, everybody's listening to
everybody, yes.
Where's the boss?
Actually, talking of good shops and all of that, later on this year, we will be having the Best of Dublin Awards again here at 98FM. It was amazing last year, and it's going to be happening again this year. And it really was great last year. So the Best of Dublin Awards coming soon to 98FM.
You know, my problem about delis is, and I regularly buy rolls and delis and stuff. I can't get the wife to cook it off. It's a nightmare.
I want to get rid of her.
It's a nightmare. She's kind of busy.
What about the poor child? Does he not eat anything? No.
Yeah, but that food's already on tap. If you'll pardon.
But what happens when that's all finished?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, and I'm only joking. She cooks lovely dinners, but I like eating deli rolls. But I hate. And this is a first world problem, but if you work in a deli, you need to rectify the situation quick smart. You know when you ask for, say, cheddar cheese on your roll, yeah? And she puts her hand into the thing and grabs the cheddar cheese, but there's a bit of onion in the cheddar cheese that shouldn't be there. Or there's a bit of beetroot in the cheddar cheese. It's a first
world problem, but I'm with you on that.
Oh my God,
it does my head in.
Nothing
and
worse.
Then I hate onions, you see.
I hate onions as well.
And you bite into it and you go...
Yeah.
It just ruins it.
Guys, you know your little Bambaries behind your counter in your delis, make sure that they're
not contaminated with onions.
The cheese isn't contaminated with onions, or the beetroot isn't contaminated with parsnips or something like that. If I wanted onions on my roll, by the way, anybody that has onions on a roll is scum anyway, aren't they? Onions on a roll.
Yeah, onions should be illegal.
Raw onions especially. Who wants raw onions?
Now, where am I going next? I'm going to Lisa. You're on Dublin's 98FM. How are you, Lisa?
Hi.
Now, Lisa, we're giving people the opportunity to vent their anger today. What pees you off?
You know when you drop the kids to school and you're in the car park and everybody is in letting one person out and then the next person out to keep the traffic flowing?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then when the women more so, then the men just come along in a rush to get back to work and don't let them out. Don't even look at you in the car.
Rude drivers. It's one of my pet hates, rude drivers. I just can't stand it. And you're right, it should be one car and then another car and then another car, and there should be, that's how you know, that's how we should play the game, but you just get ignorant dickheads.
How many kids have you got, Lisa?
2.
And you drop them off to school every day, do you?
Yeah.
That's a hard life being a mother, isn't it?
It is a hard life.
Then you have the whole day to yourself. Oh, it's awful. It's just
come
awful.
Back to work.
The whole day.
Just go back to work.
It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Do you drive a 7-seater car?
No.
Because I have a big problem with, there's a school down the road from where I live, and you have all these women in the morning arriving in their 7-seater Opel Saphiras or whatever they're called. What are those 7-seaters called?
Opel Saphiras.
Yeah, that's what they're called. And, you know, they pull up in their 7-seater. They can't park them because, let's be honest, women can't park 7-seater cars. And the door opens and you expect 7 little kids to come out. 1 kid comes out. I'm sorry, girls. If you have 1 child, you don't need a 7-seater. Do you, Adrian?
No, probably not. No, don't be bitter.
Yeah, that's only because I'm saying about the men. You see, you're trying to get at the women.
Just because you're driving a small little car, don't be bitter about it.
You've no idea what car I drive.
A little yoke.
What car do you drive, Lisa?
A Mazda 6.
Right, a great old car.
Mm-hmm.
And come here, have you ever dropped the kids off in your pyjamas?
No.
Oh, there's nothing worse, there's not.
I wouldn't leave my house in my pyjamas.
Yeah, some of the women that drop their kids off down the school down from my road are hounds. They are.
Is it exit 14 that's missing on the M50?
No, exit 8.
No, you know the way he said coming back. If you're coming back from Carrick Mines, there's no exit 14.
No, sorry. What I said was on the I can't believe we're obsessed with the M50.
Yeah,
on the M50. There is a certain exit on the M50 where there is an exit on the northbound, but
isn't on the.
But that's not on the southbound, and everybody's head is wrecked about this.
I know the answer.
You actually don't. Think about it, Lisa. Come on.
Think about it. No, you have me confused now.
Yeah, you have everyone confused.
Have you little girls or little boys, Lisa?
I have twin girls.
Oh, so I bet you when you're dropping the kids every morning, you have the soundtrack to Frozen on in the car, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, can you?
I have a special CD for that, yeah.
Oh, I can't think of anything worse than having to listen to those songs at 7 o'clock
It's great when they're screaming at the top of their voices.
Let it go, let it go.
There's actually more songs in the movie than Let It Go.
I know there is, but yeah. Anyway, thanks, Lisa. 6797 981 is our telephone number. You can also text us 0877 98 98 98. What is it that just pees you off?
Do you play the Frozen soundtrack in the car when you have your daughter in the car with you?
She's a tad old for that.
What?
She's a little bit.
What? She not got the sing-along CD version with the lyrics on it? No?
No. I'll try it today when I go and collect her.
What age is she?
She's 18.
And she's still not into Frozen?
I think she's over it. Yeah. We're going to take a break. Tasha and who else we got there? Tanya and Shawnee. What? Shawnee, why is there a Y on the end of your name?
Well, that's where the girl spelled it. Nothing to do with me.
Is this Katie? Is this man's name Sean or Shawnee? Shawnee. Why do you call yourself Shawnee? Shawnee.
Spelled with an I. I think my mom was going through an American phase or something.
What is it that pees you off, Shawnee?
I'll give you an example. I was down, one of the lads knocked into me one day and he says to me, now there's nothing wrong with people on social welfare payments or anything like that, but because we've gone through hard times and good times and I've been on it myself, but he knocked into me one day and asked me to come down to see this fella that sits in the social welfare office, yeah?
Yeah.
And he says to me, I'm going down to get a clothes grant. And I says, a clothes grant? What's a clothes grant? He says, yeah, you're entitled to it. So that very word itself, entitled, I hate it.
Here, stop everything. What's a clothes grant?
It's a grant for clothes, obviously. That no, but I understand the point you're making. It's the use of the word entitled.
Just the use of that very word, entitled. Is that what the world's coming to, you know?
Yeah.
But you listen, Shawnee, there's a bookies not a million miles away from my gaff, yeah? Yeah. And I know for a fact that certain people that are on the dole spend their whole day in the bookie spending their dole money on gambling.
It wouldn't be the bookies in Ballyogan by any chance, would it?
Is there bookies in Ballyogan?
Yeah.
My girlfriend works beside it there in the cellar.
Well, why? Are there people on the dole going in spending their money there?
I'm not saying that. You're saying that.
Bloody disgrace.
Anyway, thanks, Shawnee.
I don't live anywhere near
people
Ballyogan.
Put the letter Y at the end of their name. That pees me off. What was wrong with Sean?
So you have a problem with someone called Amy, do you?
No, because that's the actual name. No, that's the actual name. His name isn't Shawnee.
What do you think of people on the dole, by the way? Let's get a bit more serious about this. What do you think of the people on the dole spending their money in the bookies?
They're entitled to spend their money on whatever they want.
Don't agree with you. Can I do a quick poll on that?
Off you go.
This is really, really annoying me at the moment, ladies. Especially with this horse racing going on at the moment. Well, there's always horse racing going on at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, always, yeah.
The 5:30 at Exeter and what are the horse races?
The 2:45 in Leopardstown.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about England.
Oh, in England, you can
Haydock. Haydock is another race.
Haydock,
I'm always hearing about Haydock. Yeah.
There's Aintree.
Aintree, yeah. What else?
Cheltenham.
No, but name some other.
What about it?
There's racing going on all the time, and in a bookies that isn't a million miles away from where I live, on a regular basis, I see people going in who I know are on the dole. Know for a fact they're on the dole. I see them going in spending their dole money on betting. Does anybody else have a problem with this? Do the poll.
If you think, what are you saying? It should be illegal to spend your dole money? That's stupid.
Yes.
No, I'm not even doing that.
No,
poll.
what
That's
I'm doing is I'm doing shut up. Do you think it's morally wrong, ladies and gentlemen, for someone on the dole to be spending our tax money, by the way, our tax money on gambling?
They're entitled to.
No, they're not. 0877 98 98 98. Yes or no? Do you think it's morally wrong for somebody to spend their dole money on gambling? I mean, that's your taxes. You know, every month when Adrian gets his pay slip at 98FM, he cries, look at the tax amount they're paying.
I do that, yeah.
That's going to Jimmy and Johnny down there.
But if Jimmy or Johnny are such gobshites that they want to waste their money in a bookie's office, off they go.
So you don't have a problem with Jimmy and Johnny putting your tax money on the 540 at Haydock?
Now, Cheryl, you're on Dublin's 98FM. How are you, Cheryl?
Hi, how are you?
How are you, Cheryl?
Thanks, Cheryl.
Good.
Cheryl, what is it that pees you off?
People who stick me in the queue in the shops.
Do you get really angry with somebody?
I know, I only ever did once because I'm a bit probably a bit too reserved.
Oh, really? You see, I don't suffer from road rage, but I do suffer from queue rage.
Yeah.
And if somebody skips me in a queue, I will see red. I really will. I lose the run of myself. It just really annoys me.
Lads, where's the fire? Relax there.
No, it's so annoying.
I know that when I did stand up for myself once, it was just like that, the last straw, you know. I felt like a sign on my back that said, skip me, please.
But you're too nice, you see. That's why they get away with it. You must have a T-shirt saying, I'm not going to give out to you if you skip the queue.
Yeah, but I did one time. I gave out, and the lady behind the counter said, "It's all right. Who's in a hurry?" And I was going, "This is like about the
it's the only thing I get really angry over.
Yeah. Here, say for sec.
That I'm working with Jeremy every day.
Yeah, stay there for sec, Cheryl. We have. Hang on a sec. Here we go. Hang on. Could all people please bring their social welfare money up to the counter now and place bets on Haydock? The Haydock race is kicking off in 20 minutes. Spend your social welfare money.
I don't think there was any racing at Haydock today. I'm just saying.
There could be. But not at this time there wouldn't be.
No, there wouldn't be.
Is anybody agreeing with me, by the way? Or because I'm looking at some of the texts here and they're not very complimentary towards me. All I said, ladies and gentlemen, is that I don't think that people should be spending their Dole money on gambling.
And all I said to you is it's none of your bloody business.
Well, it actually is as a taxpayer.
Really? You're going to go up to somebody on the Dole and say, that's my money? Don't be such a fool.
No, but these two hardshaws that are in the bookies around my place all the time, who are unemployed, I'd love to go up to them and tap them on the shoulder, yeah? And just go, that's my tax. Do you mind not gambling it? Actually spend it on...
Such a dickhead sometimes, you know that? It's none of your business what people spend their money on.
Yes, it is. As a taxpayer, it actually is.
No, it's not.
So is it any of our business what the government is wasting money on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hypocrite much?
No.
Hang on a sec there, just bear with me 1 sec. Sorry. Hang on. Just bear with me. We'd just like to announce that Adrian Kennedy is a hypocrite.
How?
Because you have...
No, the government, yes, should be accountable for the money they spend, but not an individual person. It's their own money. They can do what they want with it. Simple as. It's none of your business what somebody spends their money on.
That's not what Dole is for. It's not for gambling.
Peter, you're on Dublin's 98 FM. How are you, Peter?
How are you doing, lad?
Peter, what is it that pees you off?
I was just telling the researcher there, I started refereeing last year, and when you're refereeing young lads are up to under 16s, whatever.
No, sorry, you're talking about soccer, Gaelic?
Gaelic.
All right, very good, yeah.
And people from your own club, and you can hear them on the sideline criticising every decision that you make, and when you're walking off the field, then they're saying, "Oh, well done, Peter," and you're looking at them saying...
It's no easy task being a ref. This is an expression I only heard the other day. Have you ever heard of this? No.
That one?
Have you ever heard of a silent match? Apparently this is something that's been talked about in GAA circles. A silent match is basically where you're not allowed to shout, you're not allowed to scream, you're not allowed to give out about the ref.
That's no fun.
Would that not take the fun out of the game, Peter?
Well, I don't mind a bit of shouting but when they start roaring and shout, and then what I do now is the last game was that 3 people said to me walking out, and I played football from an early age, under 8, and I have county medals, I have league medals, and I played inter-county from minor, 21 and senior. And what I said to these 3 people then walking off the field, "Sure, what are you talking about? Sure, I heard you talking about me on the sideline. And you know what makes it worse, lads?" I said, "You 3 lads," I said, "never kicked the ball in your life." So how would you know?
I can imagine. I often feel very sorry for... I go watch a lot of local GAA matches, yeah? And I really feel very sorry for some of the refs, particularly when you're reffing like a teenager's match.
Well, under 12s or that is worse. There was a woman, I refereed a game, I won't say where it was, and I refereed a game, and I actually had to send a woman up to the dressing rooms, the screaming from the sideline.
My heart goes out to you, I have to say. It's not an easy task.
These lads, they're refereeing, and especially from your own club. That's even
screaming absolute abuse at you.
Yeah. And then you're there looking at them, but you never kicked a ball in your life.
And it's not like you
never played football.
How much do you get for reffing a match? 40 quid or something, is it?
Well, they're senior games.
They're senior games, all right.
Yeah.
How much do you get for the kids' games?
Under 25.
Oh, better. Yeah, and then having to put up with all that crap just for 25 quid.
But when I do my own underage, under 12s, you don't have to appoint. They can ring you up. So when they're stuck for refs, They ring me. They don't like ringing me all the time because it's
Okay,
not
so
fair.
you need a thick skin being a
He's
referee.
basically saying stop taking it out on the ref.
It's like this show. Doing this show, you need a thick skin.
You do.
Can I read out this text
Okay,
message?
very quickly.
Now, this person is an absolute chicken shit. Excuse my French, because they wouldn't come on the air and actually, but they're all mouthy on the text, banging their keyboard.
Quickly, come on.
It says, here we go again, Adrian. Your partner picking on people on the dole. I hope your working partner there loses his job someday and has to sign on. First of all, that's a disgusting thing to wish on anybody.
But it's also disgusting for you to try and tell people how to spend their money.
I am not picking on people on the dole. Did I pick on people on the dole once?
You're saying they shouldn't be allowed to spend their money in the bookies.
That's not what the dole money is for. Has anybody else got intelligence here? That's not what dole money is for.
Says who?
It's not for gambling. Dole money is not for gambling. I am not picking to that.
Well, not one person rang in to agree with you.
So stay quiet for a second. To that absolute fool that texted that in, I am not picking on people who are on the dole. What I'm saying is that dole money should be given to people who actually need it.
If it's happening in Dublin, we're on it.
98FM's Dublin Talks.